So update on my whole Star Plus program that I applied for. Oh, my hair's a mess. So I actually got a phone call back yesterday, a return phone call, and told me the same thing. I mean, I didn't answer the phone call, but I listened to the voicemail, and it says the same thing. It says the same thing that girl had told me on the phone, was that they're still waiting for a medical decision, that it's still in process, and that things are going as planned. And not as planned. They're going to as the process, how the process goes. So everything's on track. They're just waiting for a medical decision. Now, again, I did share, like, what do you got to think about once you look at my medical history and you look at my medical records? Like, what do you got to really, what other information do you need to kind of see that I do need the help, or that I do indeed have a medical need to have the assistance? I don't know. But yeah, that's just a quick update of what I was saying of, about my whole Star Plus thing. Again, this is a Texas-based program called Star Plus that basically is a secondary Medicaid, or is a Medicaid program. It gives you full Medicaid benefits. Like I said, like for me, it would be a secondary insurance. Like others that have like AARP, stuff like that. This would be my secondary insurance to complement my Medicare that I have now, to cover the 20% that I am usually obligated to cover. This Star Plus Medicaid program will cover that part, which again will greatly help me. For doctor's appointments, medications, supplies. Like I get gauze, I get creams for pain, for dialysis. Like there's a numbing medication that I use. Don't really use it very much, but I do get it monthly. I'll get 1 tube monthly to help with the pain from when they insert the needles in my graft in my leg. But most times I don't use it because that stuff runs out pretty quick. And then from there, the reason I have gloves is because when you apply that, if you do it with your bare fingers, of course your fingers go numb. So that's why I have gloves. But I get supplies like I said, gauze, paper tape. I get gloves, the cream. I get eye drops, stuff like that. I'll get those, regular medications. I'll get those monthly. And of course, I'm liable to pay for my part, which is fine. I mean, I don't mind it. It's stuff I need. But the Medicaid Star Plus program will help with all that, which will let me keep a little bit more money in my pocket for everyday things, or things I need to do, or like where I live, I can't get anything delivered unless it's USPS, UPS, or Amazon. We live too far away from town to get Uber Eats, Walmart delivery, stuff like that. So I can't get anything delivered. So I can't even get Fort Bend Transit to come out here to like pick me up and take me to doctor's appointments or the dialysis, because we live too far away from Meadville. We live too far away from town. We live in the outskirts. And if the camera's shaking, I'm sorry. I'm actually cold. Don't get me wrong, it's hot as hell outside, but in the house, it's cold. I'm actually under the AC vent in my room. I have a blackout curtain, so it keeps my room really dark, and of course, then it's really cold. So I am cold at the moment. Well, add the fact that I just drank a soda that was cold because it has ice. So yeah, that exacerbates the whole thing. But still, my whole thing is the the intention of this was more to the fact of giving y'all a quick update on what they told me about the Star Plus program, about that I'm still waiting for approval. Hopefully that comes very soon. Surprisingly, it was the next day that I got the phone call. I got it yesterday, and I had just called on Tuesday to inquire about the status of it, and I actually got a call back the next day. But anyway, I'm going to be calling again on Friday, which is tomorrow. Today's Thursday. I'll be calling on Friday to get another update again, because the girls shared with me that I could go ahead and call again on Friday to get an update, which that's what I want to do. I want to call at least twice a week to get an update until I get the final verdict, which I hope will be a positive one. Again, the first things I have planned when I get the Medicaid or the Star Plus program, which again, if I'm denied, I will appeal it. But if I do get it, the first things I'm going to do is eye appointment. That's the main one. An endocrinologist. I need a new one, which is diabetes specialist. Those are the two main appointments that I want to go to. The main one being my eye. I need to really get my eye looked at and taken care of. Again, I did have now it's been 3 weeks, or about almost 4 weeks, that I had a blood vessel burst. Excuse me, I got hiccups. Had a blood vessel burst in this eye, and it's been very difficult to see because I have floaters, I have blood there. It's not very thick, you can't see it, it's on the inside, but the vessel is leaking, so I need it to be cauterized with laser surgery, which if I go and do it now, that's $800 that I have to pay out of my pocket to get that done. Believe me, I'm not asking for money, I'm not asking for any help. I mean, it would be greatly appreciated. I would be reluctant to take it, but it's not what I'm asking for. I'm not even asking for help to get a new wheelchair, even though I need one. I am going to try to wait to see if, when I get the Star Plus program, if I can apply to get a new wheelchair, because this one, it's not that it's old, it's just that it's not stable. It's not, it doesn't, I have trouble when I try to get in places, because it's, for some reason, it's supposed to be a little thinner, but it's not. It's really wide. I had another one that one of my aunts gave me, which consequently my mom gave to one of her neighbors, who apparently his dad needed it. His dad doesn't even use it, but we're reluctant to ask for it back. But it was thinner. It was more compact. It was one of my uncles who passed away, and my aunt said because I needed it, I could have it. I did use it for a long time. I actually loved it. It was actually well built. It was a metal chair, whereas this one is an aluminum chair with a lot of plastic parts. It squeaks a lot. It doesn't feel very stable anymore from the use. Like I said, I've only had it for a year, but I am looking for a new chair that I've already found. But apparently 1-800-Wheelchairs does not deal with Medicaid or any private insurance, so you have to pay straight out for it. Believe me, wheelchairs are expensive. You would think they would be more cost effective, but they're not. They're expensive. The wheelchair I'm looking at, the only reason I'm looking at it is because I want to be more independent. It is a almost $600 wheelchair. Yes, they cost that much. Hence why I don't understand why. Hence why I see why insurance companies are really, they really don't like to give you supplies, because they cost so much and it's a lot of money for them. Whatever. Anyway, the wheelchair I'm looking at is about $600, like $500 and some change, but basically $600. The reason I am looking at this wheelchair, and the reason I'm sharing this, is only because, I started talking about it. But the reason I want this wheelchair is because it is apparently the lightest wheelchair for the weight range that it supports. My wheelchair right now that I currently have is usually deducted from my total weight when I go to dialysis. It is 16.8 kilograms. So that is subtracted from my weight. Like yesterday, I was 88.6, so that was subtracted. The 16.8 kilograms was subtracted from my weight, and then that gets my current weight with fluid intake and all that stuff, and then that's used into account to go to my dry weight. My dry weight is actually 69 kilograms, and then from there, that is used to see and calculate how much fluid will be pulled from my body during dialysis. I might talk a little bit more about dialysis. I mean, I know there's people that do it, but I might talk from my understanding of it maybe in another video. But for right now, like I said, this wheelchair is 13.2 pounds. It's 13.2 pounds, not kilograms, but it's 13.2 pounds. And it actually, again, it is one of the lightest wheelchairs in the world, and it actually comes apart. That is the reason why I am looking at this particular wheelchair, because like I said, I want to be more independent. I have my quick sticks, which is a thumb control system, hand control system for my van to be able to drive it. It actually comes with what I call a suicide knob. Just to use it, turn the steering wheel. You can use it with one hand because it rotates, it spins. Anyway, but this wheelchair, when you again, it's the lightest one. It comes apart because the rear wheels, or the big wheels on it, are able to. You can flip the wheelchair over a little bit, and then those wheels will separate, will come off of the wheelchair, and then you can transport. It's easily transportable that way, and it actually folds, and it comes with you can get a big case for traveling and stuff like that, and fancy stuff, but I'm not interested in it. I'm interested more into the fact that it comes apart to where I can put the main wheelchair on the passenger seat, put a wheel on the passenger floor, put another wheel in the back, or put another wheel on the passenger floor in my van in case if I ever wanted to drive by myself. And then I could always take the wheelchair out and then put it back together and then get out myself, where I can be self-sufficient that way. That is the only way. The reason why I'm looking at this one is because of the transportability that and independence that I can have. But again, my eye being the main thing that I have to take care of first, so that I have proper vision to be able to see correctly. Though I do have a van, I have considered, I actually considered heavily the beginning of this year. I had a Honda CR-V before that, and that was okay. I got my quick sticks and actually drove the CR-V here in Needville at the high school and through some of the back roads, and I did pretty well in it. And the van, I haven't done it yet, but I'm pretty positive I can do it. But one thing I did consider is an EV. The only reason I considered the EV, and the one that I considered was, as anyone can tell, or if you know me, I maybe have mentioned it, but I did consider a Tesla. Yes, they are expensive. Yes, they are basically an iPhone on wheels. I do not like iPhones, but that's not why I considered it. Why I considered it is because of the safety features it has, and this is the thing, I'm not bougie. I did not want to get them. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd love to get a Model X because it's an SUV, it has a lot of room. I don't need a P90. I don't need a P90 Model S. I don't need a Model X. I don't need a Cybertruck. I don't need any of that. That's way too much. I can't see myself spending $107,000 on a Model X. There's no way. What I did consider, and what I was really shooting for, and what I would shoot for now, is a Model 3. Yes, I would go for a Model 3 only because it is within the price range that I believe I can do. It would be a little difficult, but it's within the price range that I believe I can do. I was going for a used one, a certified pre-owned one through Tesla. I was going through CarMax. I've even looked through Carvana. Carvana's been the one that has the most information aside from Tesla. And the only reason that I considered it was not just for the safety features, but the fact that it does have full self-driving. Now, I know I'm going to get a lot of static about that. A lot of people that know about the full self-driving and stuff about Teslas, you're going to say it's not really full self-driving. You still have to pay. I understand that. I understand that during the full self-driving, I have to pay attention. I understand that. It's not fully autonomous. It is not going to drive itself. It is not an Autobot. It's going to do the basic stuff. Change lanes, emerge, stop signs, stop lights, stuff like that. I understand that I will still have to have my hands on the steering wheel. I will need to look ahead and pay attention. Watch out for cars, watch out for pedestrians, stuff like that. I know that. I understand that. I have done my research on this car. That is the only reason why I considered a Tesla, because it's the only one that has that. Is there research on fully autonomous vehicles? Yes, there is. There's research going from Google to Tesla itself, to other car manufacturers worldwide, Japan, China. They're in Las Vegas, they're in California, in Los Angeles, Sacramento, they're in Oregon, they're in Washington State, they're everywhere. They're even here in Houston. One of my friends, she told me that she saw one of those little robot things that you buy something from the store and it delivers it to you. She saw one and I was like, what? She goes, yeah. And I knew they were around in like New York City and stuff like that, but I didn't think we had them here, but apparently we do. Anyway, the only reason I considered a Tesla was because of that. Of the off chance that they do get the whole full autonomous thing out to their cars, it would be another thing that I wouldn't have to worry about. I would just be able to put my destination in the car, get myself in the car, and then when it became fully autonomous, it would go and do everything for me, and I would just have to ride in the car. Even if it became fully autonomous, would I believe it? Would I trust it? No, I would still pay attention, because I'm not that naive into thinking that the AI is going to be able to do everything for me. Some people are going to be the whole thing when they get it and it becomes fully autonomous. They're going to be like, oh, I didn't go to sleep, because that's what people do now, and then they get into accidents with the full self-driving, and that's not smart. But people, they're stupid. People are stupid. That's what they do. I myself would not do that, whether it became fully autonomous or not, but that is the only reason why I see that the price tag had changed over the years. I remember the last time I saw it was $10,000 to have, if you bought a new one. If you bought a new Tesla right off the line, you would pay an extra $10,000 to get the full self-driving capability on the computer, and then get future updates to get the full autonomous driving. It has since gone up to $12,000. Now, somebody in my position, I wonder if I'm not the only one, but somebody in my position would probably think that is worth the money, to be more independent, to be able to do things by yourself, and not need somebody to drive you around or stuff like that. To me, that is worth it. To get independence back, it is completely worth it to me. That is worth the $12,000 price tag. On top of the financing of the car. Now, the Model 3 start about $40,000, so that will make it a $52,000 car before any financing and stuff like that, and all that great stuff. Hence why I was going for a used one, because the used ones I've seen them as low. The lowest one I've seen is $32,000, and that is one with like about 80,000 miles on it for like a 2-year-old car, and it already comes with the full self-driving capability unlocked on it. My whole thing was, because I was reading things online, was that if the full self-driving capability is already on the car when the initial owner purchased it brand new, does it stay with the car or does it go with the owner? Because that was my understanding, because that's what I kept reading a bunch of things online, was that when the owner would go and buy another Tesla, the full self-driving capability would go with the owner. It wasn't with the vehicle. That was my big thing that I kept seeing online, but there were mixed reviews, and that's when I actually contacted Tesla directly and spoke to a Tesla representative, and they told me no, that capability actually goes with the car. It stays with the life for the car for the life of the vehicle until it is deactivated, and from there, the car is crushed or whatever due to like any other car, just because it outlived its usefulness, repairs and stuff like that. So anyway, it goes with the vehicle. So if the initial owner bought the full self-driving capability, and the vehicle owner decided to trade out of the vehicle, whether to a new Tesla or to another vehicle, that vehicle will continue to have the full self-driving capability on it, and will continue to receive the over-the-air updates up to full autonomy. That is why I was looking for a used one, because of course it's going to save me money. Sure, I'm going to have a lot of miles on it. That doesn't concern me. Of having miles, as long as it was taken care of and things like that. A lot of Tesla owners, and some, we even have a member of my DaVita clinic, my dialysis clinic. It's the nutritionist. She actually has a Tesla of her own, and I've talked to her personally, and I've asked her how she feels about having her Tesla. She's only had it for 2 years, and she had it brand new, and she says she loves it. Maintenance is, of course, there's a lot of things that you don't have to maintain. No oil changes, no coolant flushes, things like that. She said she just had it for 2 years, and she just had to buy new tires for it and wipers. It's the only thing she's really had to buy for it. So she says it's been a good vehicle so far. So that's why I go towards it, more because of the full autonomy capability that it may have in the future. Not 100%, but it may have it. That's a big thing that I'm looking for, to be more independent. Because if I'm gonna be where I'm gonna eventually, God forbid, when my parents pass away, being that they're my main transportation, and I live so far away that I can't get Uber, Fort Bend Transit, stuff like that here, I'm going to have to move somewhere where I'm closer into town so that I can get Uber and stuff like that done. Like some sort of transportation like that. And the only reason I think about that, and I've been thinking about it now, even though I have a new van, is gas prices going up. They're not really that power hungry vehicles, and if I have to do that, I can be more independent in that car. Now, so my sister's like, oh my god, no, if you get one of those, they're going to be really expensive. The motors are going to be really expensive to replace. Okay, the motors on those things, they're going to cost you as much as replacing a motor in a gas vehicle, maybe even less. And I know that it's, gas vehicle, if you got to replace a motor, you're looking at $5,000 to $7,000. Well, that's what you're looking at a motor and that. So it's like having a regular gas vehicle. I mean, I worked in the automotive industry over almost 15 years. So I understand. It's like having any other vehicle. So whether I have a gas vehicle, whether I have an electric vehicle, I'm still going to pay for maintenance. I know that. There's no vehicle that's going to be maintenance free. But that's the thing. is that's what I get from my sister. She's like, oh no, you're gonna pay more too much money for that. You're gonna pay more for repairs. No, it's gonna be the same amount for repairs as if I was gonna if I had a regular gas vehicle. I mean, if anything, a gas vehicle is I need to do more maintenance on a gas vehicle. I gotta change the oil on it, I gotta change the coolant, gotta change the brake fluid. Where on that, I don't gotta change coolant, I gotta change oil, I don't gotta change spark plugs, nothing. So it's less maintenance. I don't know, whatever. I've gotten off track of what I was talking about. I was talking more about the Star Plus program, but I've gotten off track. But anyway, so that's my take on this right now. I'm gonna probably make another video a little later today. Probably talking about something else that I was thinking about right now, but for right now, that's what I was trying to share with you all. I'm sorry I got off topic and went into the whole Tesla thing, went into the whole wheelchair thing. It just started thinking about it when I was talking about supplies and about the Star Plus program. Hopefully I get it, which I do. I really hope I get it, only because, like I said, I need to go to the eye doctor for this eye. Need to get the laser surgery done. I need to get injections done in the eye. I need to get more eye drops. Need to start seeing that doctor more regularly. I need to go see an endocrinologist. I need to get I want to get a Dexcom or something like that, so that I can not really worry about finger pricking and stuff like that. Maybe even get I had a disposable insulin pump. It was okay, it worked out pretty well, but I want to get a different insulin pump that will actually work more by itself, or if it works with the Dexcom, it can get the signal from the Dexcom and see how much my sugar is, and then from there provide insulin accordingly. More like an automated self-pancreas, mechanical thing. But hey, that's just dreams I got. But anyway, I will let you guys go, and I'm gonna go answer some text messages that I got. And anyway, I'll see y'all on the next one.